So you saw this movie, Definitely Maybe.
No, I'm almost positive that I saw it.
Definitely Maybe?
No, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I kind of sort of saw it, yeah.
Definitely?
Maybe.
God damn it, man, come on.
Okay, sorry. You know, yeah, no, I saw this movie, Definitely Maybe. And you know what? I got to say, I loved it. I loved it.
You loved it.
Yeah. This is the thing, is I know everybody's going to sit there and go, oh, well, Carlisle's the one that loves romantic comedies.
That's exactly what I'm going to say.
But it's not a romantic comedy.
Okay, what is this movie about, first of all?
This movie has the same kind of tone as About a Boy. It is a story of a guy who, we open up the movie.
Who likes to have sex a lot.
No.
Oh,
no,
really?
it's about a guy who's handed divorce papers right at the beginning of the movie. He's got these divorce papers to sign, and he goes to pick up his daughter from school, and his daughter pretty much browbeats him into telling the story about how he met her mother. And he
browbeats. That's something
just
dirty.
Like, come on, tell me. Tell me the story. Tell me this. And he's like, no, it's complicated. It's a really complicated story. No, tell me, and we'll figure it out together. And so he decides to tell her the story, but he changes the names and he changes some of the events to kind of shake it up because he doesn't want to tell her the whole story. And this whole movie is him telling the story about how he ultimately met her mother and the three women he loved in that interim. And you, as the audience and the little girl, are trying to figure out which one is her mother.
Oh, so wait a minute. What is he going around just having sex with all these women and his kid doesn't know who her mother is?
The story takes place over 10 years in the 90s. And it's all about him getting out of college and being in love with his college sweetheart, and then everything kind of changing from there, as real love really does. And what's cool about this movie is it's not a rom-com in the fact that it's boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy gets girl back. It's about the way we fall into these great relationships with people and how we fuck it up.
Boring. It sounds all this love stuff. I don't want to hear all that.
But Corey,
what?
He tags some pretty hot ass.
Oh, now we're getting down to something. Thank you. Okay, why did you say that?
Why? Because I want to get the chicks in before we get to the sex.
Okay.
You gotta. You know the rules. You gotta talk the talk before you stup the
before you stup the ass. I don't know, man. But okay, it's Ryan Reynolds. I was about to say, so he plays the dad.
He plays the dad.
I'm about to say, if Ryan Reynolds ain't getting no ass, then there's no hope for anybody.
No. Ryan Reynolds gets plenty of ass.
So who's the three? There's three leads.
There's three women in the movie.
Okay.
And I'm blanking on most of the names, of course.
Well, I'll put them up here. That's what editing is for.
Yeah. This
bam, bam, bam. There we go.
Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, man. There's a thank you, ma'am, at the end right there.
But they're all beautiful women. And one of them, I can't believe I'm blanking on her name right now because she's one of my absolute favorites. Dating Aronofsky. What's her name?
Oh, wait a minute. All right, for a change, I'm going to try and be professional here. We're going to get the names. It's Isla Fisher, who's dating... she's having the baby by Borat.
Oh, okay, yes.
She got stooped by Borat.
That's right. And then we've got...
Elizabeth Banks and Rachel Weisz.
Who is dating Aronofsky. Who's
Darren Aronofsky?
Yeah, had his baby.
Oh, really?
She's his baby daddy.
What's she doing with that nerd? She's too fine to be doing that shit, man. Anyway, but three hot girls. Okay.
Three incredibly hot girls, all great actresses.
Yes.
All are the various loves of this guy's life, and we wind through the very complicated story of his romances, how these women enter his life, leave his life, come back into his life, and this little girl is like she's essentially, they've really pushed Abigail Breslin in this, but she's essentially in the exact same role as Freddie. God, why am I now? I'm blanking on his name.
Damn.
Just did from.
Freddie Mercury? I don't know.
No.
Freddie.
God, from Princess Bride. Freddie.
You know I'm terrible with names. What you looking at me for?
I cannot believe I'm doing this.
Now you know how it feels. Wait, Fred Savage?
Yeah, Fred Savage.
Oh, no wonder you forgot his name. Yeah. Nobody think about Fred Savage.
No. Fred Savage in The Princess Bride, where he cuts in every once in a while in the story and interrupts his grandfather who's telling the story and says and reacts in various ways. That's all Abigail Breslin is here for. She is she's playing the part of the audience who keeps interrupting, goes, wait a second, you mean this? And helps tie stuff together.
Oh, so you want to choke her little ass in the middle of it, interrupting you so much.
No, she comes in. No, she doesn't interrupt all that much, just enough to kind of ground us into reality. Really sweet. The point is, this is all about a movie of a guy who is telling the story of his romantic life and is only coming to realize as he's telling his daughter the story what it all means in context of his life and what the ending of the story is supposed to be.
So he hangs himself at the end?
No, not at all.
So what is it that you loved about this movie then?
It's just like About a Boy. It is that sweetly romantic film that's all about a guy coming to realize what the point of his life is. It's not about romance. I mean, romance is a firm part of it, as it is in any life, but this movie is all about this guy realizing what it was all about.
So he's growing up then.
He's growing up over the course of the film. He's going from being a guy who's just heartbroken about his marriage not working out to realizing why it didn't work out, that it was all part of the way this is supposed to be because he wasn't with the person he was supposed to be with.
Okay.
And it's such a sweet romantic film, and it's a father-daughter movie.
Oh, okay.
I mean, all those girls out there with daddy issues, this movie will make you cry like 3 different times.
All the girls out there with daddy issues,
it'll make them. The ones that aren't on the pole.
I was about to say, before they go to work at the strip club.
If you are a girl who managed to stay away from the pole with your daddy issues, this movie's going to make you cry. It'll probably make strippers cry too.
Okay, or before you go to work to the strip joint that day, stop and see a matinee.
And you know what they say, the lap dance is always better when the stripper is crying.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, it is. Oh, and she's crying and grinding your lap. Oh,
Jesus.
That's where the
Carlisle,
money is.
you know this from experience.
Oh, and it costs the same. That's the best part.
Don't you ever have a daughter?
You know what? I think the women of this world have conspired together to make sure that happens. I'm not having a hard time not having a daughter.
Or better yet, have a daughter. I can wait 18 years for her screwed up ass to come along. That'll be easy pickings right there. Hey, look. So
18. That's not your MO.
17 is legal in Texas. Hey, so. No, it sounds like a sweet movie, man. It really does.
No,
it really
does.
It's
really adorable.
Now, so I'm just going to go out on a limb here and take a wild guess and say you're going to give this full price.
I'm going to give this full price. I think that especially if you've got a date this weekend, it being the Valentine's Day weekend, this absolutely should be the movie that you go.
So this is a good This would be a good Valentine's Day movie.
Yeah, it's really one of those because it's sweet enough and happy enough and feel good enough that it's a great date movie. But at the same time, it's one of those things that really puts real world romance into perspective. So it really does show you kind of the stupid mistakes you make. And if you've got one of those relationships where you've recently made a mistake and you're trying to make up for it, this is the movie that'll make her go, "Aw, I'm sorry. We really were being stupid."
Yeah. Okay.
It's right. That kind of a movie.
All right. It simply does sound sweet. I'm not kidding. I can be a sweet guy.
No. I know. And I know you like About a Boy.
I love About a Boy.
This is by Working Title. This is that same kind of company that's been putting these films together. It's a really smart romantic film.
I'm looking forward to it. See, I have a gentle side. I have a sweet. I'm not a nasty, mean guy all the time. By the way, does Ryan Reynolds get some ass at the end?
I'm not going to ruin the movie for you. Because this is one of those movies where you're going to sit there and you're like, "Oh, I know it's." Oh wait, no, I totally don't know how this movie's going to end. I really don't know. That's your big complaint about romantic comedies. You don't know how this one's going to end. You can pretty much figure it out as it chugs along, or at least the way you think it should end up. But it keeps throwing curveballs at you.
Okay, all right. I guess you're gonna make me pay. You're gonna make me pay full price for it. Okay,
that's right.
All right.